Hey everyone, TJ Hernandez here, and I'm the founder of RosterCoach.com, a classroom-style video-based website that's designed to help you improve your daily fantasy sports game. Today's preview is from a lesson on how to use Vegas lines to help you find running backs to build your lineups around when playing NFL DFS. If you like this video, please like and share it, and don't forget to leave a comment below.
I want to focus on just the career column for the sake of sample size, and you'll notice that every single play caller, as we scroll down, has a higher rush percentage in wins than they do in losses. Furthermore, if we go to TJ's second table, which goes by team, you can see again that every single team in the NFL runs the ball more in wins than they do in losses, or at least they did in 2015. This is intuitive, and it tells us that we want running backs on teams that we think are going to win because we are expecting our running back to get more rush attempts. But is this backed up by fantasy scoring? Again, I use the trends tool over at Fantasy Labs to separate running back scoring by point spread. And just like last time, I'm using the spread and not actual margin of victory or loss because we want our data and our research to be predictive and not descriptive. As you can see, there appears to be an almost precisely linear relationship between the spread and running back scoring. Running backs here are very clearly scoring more points in games that they are more favored. And I should note that this is for DraftKings scoring, which is a full PPR site. So if you're playing a running back expecting him to catch a bunch of passes basically and score points that way, the data pretty much shows that that's not the best way to approach your running back selection. And it's also important to understand that the sample I'm using here encompasses all running backs. I have not controlled anything for stuff like price or matchup, and those are obviously things that we can look at as well as part of our research to find even better plays. The last thing I wanted to look at is another piece by Rich Rebar over at RotoViz titled Point Spreads, the 3 running back profiles, and picking winners. Again, this was intended to be a redraft piece, but it does have implications for us in daily fantasy. And really my goal here is just to focus on the following chart, which gives top 12 PPR running back performances in 2013 by wins and losses. And as you can see, 67.7%, a little bit more than 2/3 of all running back ones in 2013 were players that played for teams that won their game. All the data that we've looked at really points to us wanting workhorses or lead backs on teams that are favored and preferably heavily favored in cash games. But I think even in GPPs, this last table is telling us that we still want to look at running backs that are favored and preferably heavily favored. It doesn't seem like many elite running back scores are coming from teams that aren't winning their respective games. And in GPPs, it's all about upside. So if you want to maximize upside, it seems like you still want to look at running backs that are favored by Vegas. Maybe you're going to take someone who's in more of a committee and hope that they get a hot hand and their coach just rides them and you get a workhorse at a cheap price. But overall, I think for both cash and GPPs, we want to make sure that the running backs we're selecting are favored in their respective games.